100% sure.
TSM.
All right. I kind of have to follow in that line, although I think I've been wrong most of the time anyway as well. There is always that NiP magic that everyone keeps talking about.
That little thing called NiP magic.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be NiP starting on the CT side of Train, and TSM going to be starting on the terrorist side. See if they can make a big impact early on. This is the map that TSM chose, and they're very good at it. And I'm not sure if I trust in NiP's skills on this particular map, but I'd love to be proven wrong here. Weird to say it, but NiP probably are the underdog team here. It's Sister and Forest with some big openings, though. Device and Cajun going to be down already, and Forest battling wildly outside. Has to reel up. No idea how he stayed alive that long, but he did. And Carrigan coming back into it with a double kill, leaving it in a 2 versus 3, and that's going to end right then and there. Simultaneous headshots, and TSM, they go down in the first round.
Very fast strategy out of TSM, just barreling out of ladder room, one smoke on the bomb train, but those long-range pistols from NiP, they stop it cold. They get those first 2 kills, and from there it's just too much of a battle, and TSM just gets whittled away as it moves on.
A very good job indeed. Following up here to that, we've got 4 Deagles and a Scout. What do you make of that, Moses?
This is crazy. You know, Thorin's angry with this one. The cool thing about it, though, is that these Deagles are almost like secondary scouts. One tag and then a Scout can clean you off, or one tag from the Scout and the Deagles can clean you out. So this is a little bit of, I mean, it's a long-range anti-eco. Freiburg's going to open things up, so that's already 1 Deagle gone and some decent damage dealt.
Well, there's the Scout headshot, and you're absolutely right. There is some synergy between the pistols and the sniper rifle there. See if they can actually put it to full use. Dupree is lurking inside Pop Dog, and we'll see if he can actually find a kill on somebody here. They've got some good angles outside. It's going to be very hard for them to actually break through. And also, because TSM, they have only 1 flashbang on Dupree. He could actually set it up for people to exit here, but Carrigan goes out without any kind of grenade support and ends up dropping very quickly to that from us.
Right, but that kill gives up Forest position, so they know there's a little bit of a bait and switch. Nice shot from Dupree. Beautifully done. That whittles 1 more down for NiP.
Pop flash in, and it works perfectly. Device there with the Scout to take down Forest, and now all the way in the back lines. Freiburg trying to hide there while Get Right's coming in with a UMP. Still got plenty of time here. Freiburg going to pick up 1, and that's the bomb drop as well. So now TSM are going to have to take a bit of a detour, trying to see if they can get that bomb back and maybe also kill Freiburg at this meantime. But look at the clock here. I mean, NiP are playing this one as smart as they can, making sure they don't expose themselves and making TSM run down that clock. Dupree looking for the shot, not going to get it. So Get Right and Freiburg going to clean up that round, especially Freiburg with that triple.
A little scary there. You could see the power of those Deagles. Dupree gets that nice shot, but also he tags up 1 other player, and that's who Device is able to clean up with the Scout. So there's the power of having that Scout and all those Deagles on the board. But NiP with those nice rotations, and Get Right's able to handle business, as well as Freiburg. You can see he stays hidden. He doesn't want to peek any of those Deagles, doesn't want to give up any kind of part of his body towards that Scout to get tagged.
But if nothing else, it was a bit of an expensive round for NiP. So now it would be nice if they could come up with a big win here. Don't lose too many players. Forest goes down with a max 7. Maybe not the end of the world, but Freiburg exists here. The people with the rifles need to stay alive, essentially, because those are the expensive ones. Sipnix and Device are left 2 versus 4 at the moment, and it's going to be a complete cleanup here. Only losing a max 7, no big deal.
That's crucial. That Forest was the only one to fall. They survived with 4 players, because losing 3 the previous round, if they'd taken too many damages in that round, their economy, their utility coming into this first gun round would have been just brutal. So they stabilize a little bit by keeping 4 members alive there, and you can see very healthy buys across the board for all of NiP, but much the same on TSM side. Device has that AWP, but he doesn't have any armor.
Yeah, and I think on Train, it's probably one of those maps where normally if you don't have armor, you could get grenaded down. On Train, it's a little bit more safe. It's harder for the CTs to land those grenades, so I think Device is going to be all right. It's more if it's an after plant I'm worried about. If the bomb goes down and Device is the one left to hold it, that lack of armor could be devastating.
Right, 1 tag and you're basically done. But look how aggressive Dupree's being. He's going to peek out. Get Right's not even prepared for this whatsoever. The rotation doesn't get in there in time. Finally, Exist trades it off.
Yeah, good kill here, but they're on the bomb site, and let's see what NiP are going to be doing. Some of them are actually still stuck in A. I'm not sure if they realized that this is actually a bomb plant. Now they're going to be rotating the rest in. I think they thought that maybe TSM was going to fake that, buy us a little bit extra time for the Danish team, and now Forest is going to be pricking up Dupree. Device missing a shot, and this is it. Headshot, instant kill with that M4. Allo going to take down Cajun, and Sipnix now last man alive. Back aside, not going to survive. It's Freiburg with the double kill, and NiP making that retake look easy.
Yeah, that was beautiful, and that lack of armor on Device didn't even come into play. It just got drilled in the head. And that's kind of part of the thing is, there's Forrest, just classic. The wink.
Look at him.
Having a good time. That's good to see. Playing a little bit loose, but You could see TSM, they take that inner bomb site and they try and push forces down those lanes, try and delay the rotations from coming in, because if you can be aggressive and you can hold them off the bomb site longer as terrorists when you get that bomb plant, it's very, very crucial. But like you said, NiP just shut it completely down.
Forest is maybe the only player where I kind of wish there was a Forest plushie, you know? Like I could, you know,
yeah, get into that, yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, just have it next to my pillow when I fall asleep, that kind of thing. Fifth round is coming up now, and it's all AKs on the TSM side here. NiP, I would say unexpectedly off to a really good start. It looked like TSM was going to be able to bounce back, maybe even with the Deagle scout thing, but right now the Swedish team, they're holding on to it. Trading a bit of damage early on here. They have limited utility on the terrorist side. 2 smokes and a Molotov.
It's basically going to have to be an execution, because they don't have the utility to really go for picks, you know, just slow things down and play the round out, so they can't put too much pressure on until they want to execute, because they only have a couple smokes.
50-some seconds left here. Bomb is still all the way back in the hallways here. You can kind of tell that TSM are looking for a couple of angles and maybe hoping the NiP is going to make a mistake. And once that smoke is up there and once it disappears, they might go back and look. And I think TSM are sort of waiting for that here. Freiburg very low on health, and he's the one to go back and check if anyone's coming Ivy. Probably going to be gone. Freiburg instantly shot in the face. Next in line is Forest. Device and Cajun opening up big in this A courtyard. Exist's going to be down as well, and Alu walks right into that shot. It's just a nice duo here, tag team between Cajun and Device, and none of them have even taken any damage. So get right. This is not the right distance to be using the Max 7. He's trying anyway here. And maybe if he could get that rifle away, but it's in the corner. He can't even escape with it. Device going to be sneaking close, and get right. He is trapped in here. What a way to end the round for him. There's no chance, obviously, of winning it anymore, but he could still get some kills if they risk it.
Freiburg doesn't get enough support that round. He's hiding in the corner, like you said, very low HP. And the rest of NiP largely ignores Ivy, and that's the one place that they really could get in trouble from. They had 2 players on the bomb train who weren't even prepared for that. I mean, Cajun comes around that corner, gets 2 nice entry kills. No one else but Freiburg even has eyes on it. And they didn't even peek for any kind of information to know if there was anyone there or not. So just a small blunder, but it pays off huge for TSM.
If this had been a round where TSM had had a lot of money, you'd think they'd probably go and try and kill Get Right just to do it. Right. But you could kind of tell that they were nervous about losing what little rifles they have, and that's understandable. Even after winning a round like this, you know, not even 1,000 on Cajun, a little bit less than 2,000 on Dupree. It's not really a spectacular amount of money they've got going on.
TSM's so good at plays like that, the fundamentally intelligent plays where they don't have the bank to go for it. If they were to lose a couple players chasing them down, their economy would be in a much worse situation. On your terror side, Forest opens up on the Device. But on your terror side, you have to have that money to keep being able to rebuy weapons and nades throughout the half.
The Device has gone down already. It is the double-up setup between Forest and Alu. It seems like everybody at this point knows how good the Finnish sniper is, but Forrest sometimes he's forgotten because it's not his main role, but he's actually incredibly skilled with it, and yeah, double-up setup like this is going to be lethal.
Especially on train. It's a great map to do it on. Oftentimes you also see the auto sniper come out, but that one kill, look at how passive it's made TSM. They really haven't put any pressure anywhere on the map, and now they've given up complete map control. Everyone's rotated over towards box halls, so they're pretty much committed to this inner bomb site hit.
Yeah, and Alu's covering the high ground, Get Right on the cross, covering the low ground here, ready to put up a pop flash if anything happens, just to buy a little bit of time. I kind of like this idea. He flashes himself, but still gets a headshot on Dupree. Now they're 2 men down. Get Right will fall. The bomb should be going down here, but Alu's in the back lines covering, and it's not easy for TSM to hold this bomb site. They've got very little control. They're sort of stuck on the site, and Carrigan here is going to be taking down Alu, though, and they're falling back onto the up high ground. There's no smokes left on NiP, so they can't actually block them off, and that's a big problem right now for the Swedes. Carrigan and Stipnix are left here. That bomb ticking away, and Carrigan hitting one more shot. He's going to go for the triple, but Forrest will drop him down. Molotov lands from Stipnix, and is it actually going to block it? Yeah, Freiburg, he can't defuse, and he's the only one with a kit. Going to go up for it, and Stipnix, he risks it too soon. And for Freiburg, he's actually going to be able to get this defuse home. 1 more second, and it would have been too late.
Beautiful retake from NiP. Once again, that's a couple nice retakes onto this bomb site. But Get Right, that's a perfect hold out of him. Even just with that 1 kill, slows things down a little bit, but flashbangs himself. He still knows the angle. Really good job from him.
5 and 1. I mean, maybe Stipnix didn't have full confidence in that Molotov. I mean,
it might have missed.
Yeah, maybe. It looked like he wasn't entirely sure, because otherwise maybe he could have waited a bit longer. Fiflaren's advice here before we got started to Freiburg, saying he should, you know, get a bit more stupid. Maybe he banged his head against the wall a couple of times before we got started because he's 11-1-1. Something's definitely working right now. It is a 5-1 lead here for NiP in a very quick round for TSM. Charging the A bomb site. Forest going to pick up one, and it's a good trade here in favor of the Swedish team. And Freiburg coming alive as well, getting one more kill before he goes down. Device, last man left, sneaking around. This is a doable 1-on-3 until they find out where he is. He's going to get the one kill, and if that smoke hadn't been there, maybe you could have seen Forest first. Now they know where he is. He's trapped in a corner without the bomb, and it's very difficult to get out.
This position from Get Right is just cruel, and he actually gives it up. So maybe they think he got out, so they let him out. A little bit unfortunate, but Device trying to find his way towards the bomb site. He still has to pick up the bomb. He's got plenty of time, though, to work with. The big thing is NiP has repositioned themselves perfectly so far.
Yeah, Forest here, perfect angle, but Device still finds the headshot almost unbelievably. He's going to be walking back in. He has no clue where Get Right is. And Get Right sneaking right. You can hear him running. Device doesn't really care anymore. He's just going to try and charge for it. He's got the time, picks up the bomb, walks back towards Get Right, who's waiting for him. And Get Right's going to spray and eventually hits it as well. A little bit scary. It works out for NiP.
Get Right's got to be the biggest nightmare to play against in a one-on-one in that outer bomb site. With the way that he's known for lurking, there's so many different spots he can move to, so many spots he can hide in, and he plays that really, really well. He was the insurance policy on the round, so once his two teammates fall, he just has a really, really sneaky position that Device can't handle. And this time, no plant for TSM, so we've seen them buy as they're losing these rounds, but that's because they're getting the bomb down, because they can't now. NiP knows it's going to be a full eco. They have the MP9, they have the P90 on to exist.
And there's no armor at all, you're right. So 6-1 here is the scoreline, moving into the 8th round. It is a CT-sided map, and TSM probably don't need an overwhelming amount here to still make a good second half of it. But right now, especially because I think TSM do consider themselves sort of the destined team in this particular matchup, it's going to be very painful for them if it turns out that they're wrong. Forest spraying down, 2 inside that B-bomb site. And Get Right, a little bit of a struggle against Sipnix here, but trying to see if he can make it back anyway and get that kill. And he will. Headshot to end it with 7-1. And a big economic boost here for the Swedes, who needed it. They didn't have a lot of money.
Right, that's crucial. Once again, staying alive through the anti-eco to build up that money. That's massive. The question is, part of the reason why they got so depleted is because they wanted that double op setup. And they're not going to go back to it quite yet. They're going to keep this MP9, it looks like. They're going to keep the P90 as well. So this is just more of an economic play. Why spend money? I mean, Alu's got $6,000. Why not see if you can salvage a weapon off? Device has no armor again. If they can pick that op up, that's a huge, huge advantage going forward into this half. And it's a monster half so far from NiP.
Oh, here comes Exist, but he's flashed. He can't see a thing. Sipnix takes down one. Dupree with the kill on Exist. That flashbang was incredible. And now Get Right down here, trying to see if he can shoot the feet off of Dupree. But already, Sipnix is in the bomb site, looking for an opening. And Forest very low on health. It should be a TSM round, and there's Sipnix blind spray as Get Right comes leaping through the smoke. It's going to be Freiburg going down on Forest. Last man in a 1 versus 5. So very, very decisive round here. Bomb goes down, and Forest has even been spotted. Hard for him to hold on to this gun now.
That round was an absolute disaster for NiP. They try and change it up with those SMGs, get aggressive with the P90 and close up. Just one well-placed flashbang from TSM ruins both Alu and Exist, who pushed up that lower ramp, and from there everything collapsed. Get Right, the cool thing that they did, they actually had Get Right stay at the inner bomb site, so if they were both to fall like that, Get Right's there to clean up the quick push into the site, but he's not able to grab those kills. So really well done from TSM, play it patient, just fall back from the inner site when they feel pressure, because they know they have a massive advantage and they don't need to commit.
And now that last round that we were talking about, where everybody from NiP survived, if they didn't do that, then this buy that we're currently seeing from them would be impossible. So, so it's very critical, just trying to kind of catch everyone up. If there are any new players out there, just get you a sense of what the economic system is like. It really makes a big difference. And once you eco on the CT side, that's an open window right back into the match for the terrorist team. It's a really big thing.
It's also an opening window for TSM that they didn't lose anyone in that last round. Device is able to get armor on the AWP finally. They're able to have all their nades. You see they have 4 Molotovs in their kit right now for the whole team. So they have pretty much any tactic in their playbook open to them right now at the moment. And you can see far back, spread out across the map, looking for any kind of pressure, looking for any kind of intel they can use to move forward and win this round. And the bomb's going to be over towards terrorist choke point. So that could indicate that it's going to be an execute onto that A bomb site.
And shooting out the windows here, this grenade is going to land down by Ivy, blocking it off in the middle of the bomb site there. You see the grenade raining in. Freiburg is going to be essentially between 2 smokes as TSM do set up for an A push. You're right, and Exist, he is already gone. Dupree with the opening. Cajun taking down Freiburg as well. And a horrendous start to the round here for NiP. Forest is almost going to be going down to 45 health. GetRight coming in with a P90, and that will swing it just a little bit here. NiP trying to get back in the round. The bomb is planted, though, so they've got to move. And, well, Device, he sees it coming. Legs, GetRight as he crosses past, and yeah, that's going to send the Swede back and running. No point for him in trying to fight that any longer. So, big round once again here.
Really nice to execute. That smoke wall works perfectly, and unfortunately for Alu, he's pushing up to try and make this retake happen when GetRight gets legged. So GetRight's call to fall back and save his weapon. Alu's far too committed, so they lose that AWP. And we talked about that window of opportunity that TSM just had. They just seized it. So now they're going to force basically a save. There is going to be that AK-47 that was saved out by GetRight, but that's more than likely about all that NiP is going to have.
And this would be a really good time to come in with a big eco round and really swing here, because 7-3, probably going to be 7-4 if they don't connect with this round. TSM will have enough money to put together a couple of buys, and I think if the Danish team gets up to 5 or 6 rounds, it'll be dangerous for NiP. They need to have like a knockout first half here. Forest and actually Freiburg too have picked up a couple of Zeus, just to point that out. The taser, which we rarely see used, especially at this level, but gonna try for it anyway. GetRight going down, and obviously Forest is already out of it. So 3 versus 5 here.
Should just be a clean round for TSM from here. No real weaponry to work with on the NiP side. You can see Kerrigan on top of this train. Great angle, great opportunity with that AK-47 against just a pistol, and they're just wiping the board. So now the question for NiP becomes, they got off to that hot start, and TSM's responded, so what's NiP going to do? That Zeus almost comes into play there. So close, but the aggression that NiP tried to do a couple rounds ago just didn't work.
It's always dangerous when you have like a winning formula. If you keep using it forever, then the other team is going to figure out a way to counter it, and it'll stop working. So there is that temptation to say, let's change it before they figure it out. But this time it was almost like it was a step too soon, or they just got a little bit unlucky. But
well, part of the thing is they almost had to, because they had the P90, they had the MP9, and those guns are best used close quarters where you can keep moving. So deciding to just get aggressive, not going to catch TSM off though. They're so good at neutralizing early aggression out of their opponents.
Well, it is very limited on the utilities front here for NiP. They've got, in fact, 1 smoke and a couple of flashbangs and no defuse kits. So this is going to come down to a bunch of aim duels, which NiP have to win. If the bomb goes down or if it turns into a longer fight, then TSM are going to have so many advantages. Forest in the corner there, and Dupree almost getting caught, in fact. Once that smoke clears, it's almost like a 50-50 who gets to see who first. And Exist will get the refrag then, but Forest went down, and Exist caught a little bit in the open here. Has to fall back to a safer position. Still some 55 seconds left as they have the bomb down in Pop Dog, and are they actually going to go back with it? Seems like Sipnix is still up there waiting for it. Cajun goes down to GetRight, and now where's that bomb at?
It's over towards ladder room. Haven't made a decision quite yet, but there's Kerrigan, lurks out middle, so he's caught him off guard. There's no nades left on the NiP side. 1 flashbang on GetRight, so that small fake execute that TSM just did wipes out any grenades that NiP wanted to use, but they still have the advantage. They've won some of those crucial aim duels.
And look at the information play from GetRight here. He really wants to know who's coming over by B, if anyone is. He's going to sneak around the corner. Once he spots that no one's here with 20 seconds left, he's going to know. So he's waiting right at the edge. Still hasn't actually made the full peak here. 15 seconds soon. And Device and Sipnix are going to have to be very good in this bomb site. Click away. Device not hitting it here. Freiburg going down. Where's that bomb plant at? 7 seconds left. They're going to have to go for it. Alu comes charging in. He gets the kill, but it's a second too late. The bomb is down. And now Device could seriously clutch this. He's looking for the shot on Alu, who's actually waiting for GetRight to get in here. Smart play by the Finnish player. Just wait until Device doesn't have any chance, and he's in a 1v2. They're going to catch him in the corner, and Alu picks him off there. And the defuse, well, they don't have a kit, but it's still going to happen. That was a big round and a lot of smart decisions from NiP.
Right, and that's a beautiful play from Alu in a 2-on-1. You nailed it. Not committing to that fight, not falling and leaving GetRight in a really awkward 1-on-1 situation, especially without a kit. That's a nightmare on this map. To have to flush out just 1 player in a 1-on-1. So really, really smart play from Alu. If he falls there, they more than likely lose the round. But still, NiP, it's a full buy out of TSM, and NiP just don't have the money for everyone to have everything they need.
We're moving towards the very late stages of this first half here, and if they can keep them on 4 rounds, I think NiP's outlook is looking quite good. There's a quick execute onto this A bomb site, but it is a fake here. They've just put out the smokes to pretend that it's going to be an A push, and now they're all rotating over. GetRight puts up a defensive smoke and challenges anyone who comes through. 30 bullets on the other side. Bit of a heavy rotation here from NiP. Maybe a little bit too much here, but some good opening frags. And get right, taking down Sipnix as well. Device and Dupree right now. TSM have got to be worried. This is not how they expected their map pick to turn out. Dupree going to be the last man left. 1 versus 5. And in spite of the fake and everything else they put into this round, it's not working out.
That time they throw the fake, and actually they only used utility on 2 players. Device and Dupree really used all their smokes and flashes for that kind of a hit, and it actually flushed out 3 members grenades from NiP, but still TSM doesn't commit any bodies to it. So they don't get any kills. They don't put any pressure on that outer bomb site. So NiP, they read that perfectly. They see it coming, and they have an early rotate over towards the inner bomb site, and it's just a slaughter in there. 2 kills on Alu with the AWP. Crucial player to have come alive here on Train. And TSM, they have plenty of money to buy in the next round, but Dupree's going to just try and take some guns out of their hands. There's just not much he can do.
Well, clicking away fast as he can. Forest is not going to play that game for very much longer. And that will make it now 9-4. NiP, I think really surprising a lot of people right here. And maybe most of all, the most criticized player on this team for the last, 3 or 4 months at least.
Absolutely.
friberg currently top fragging in this server with 13, 2, and 6 scoreline.
That's wonderful to see as well. I mean, I think there was a Reddit thread where it showed him deathmatching all alone when NiP was doing something else the other day before their match, about an hour or 2 ahead of their match. So he's been very dedicated to making sure that he's going to have solid individual performance, and he's showing it here on Train.
Cajun about to creep out with Device. There's a bit of a backup there. Flick not going to hit. friberg still alive. Some decent information for him, though. Spots to 1. I'm not sure if you saw both of them down there, but it's really valuable to be counting players like that when you're on the CT side. Still so much time left, though, and slow approach this round for TSM.
And there's Dupree with that first kill lurking out. Forrest just made that play 2 rounds ago, and Dupree's the same one who got into a battle with him. This time, he wins it outright. So a good find from TSM, that early opening pick. And who's it going to be to neutralize? It can be that Opper. It can be Alu, who grabs an angle over towards Connector. If Device swings out, he's going to be at a disadvantage in this fight.
Yeah, very, very hard to see someone down there as well. And he's going to see you at the edge of the train first. So he has actually a lot of chances to get that kill through. Now we're down to 40 seconds, and the bomb is still in T-spawn being set up with Carrigan and a smoke out towards the A site once again. Dupree going down. He was very low on health. Exist to just finish him off. There's Alu with that angle you were talking about, Moses. It's Carrigan who gets dropped, and Device trying to see if he can take this one over, but the time is the big issue here. 25 seconds, and TSM, they've got to win this round. 4 is not enough. 5 is really cutting it close as well. They're going to walk in, and friberg is there, down at Ivy, picking them apart, and Sipnix, the last man left. 1 versus 4 in 15 seconds. There's no way out of this round for him. He goes down. friberg with the double kill, and 10-4. 15th round is coming up, and NiP, I mean, this is a very good start for them.
It's a very nice looking half, but still a lot of money was built up on TSM through winning, so they have plenty of money to have a really strong buy here. It's actually really cool out of Dupree last round when he takes that fight with Forrest, he gets put into red HP. TSM actually sends him out first just to get killed, just to get, you know, lambs to the slaughter, but it reveals the location of some of the members of NiP. The defense, it's just Alu playing long range of that op. He's been so good at just picking off 1 or 2 players when they execute.
One flash to have them cover, and I think actually Alu just saw 2 or 3 people there, so good information. Forrest is going to be burning alive. Exist with a double kill, though, and friberg is still down here on Ivy. Looking to see if he defended one more time. He's been doing a great job all match long here. Carrigan, last man left. 1 versus 3. Takes 1 down and 2 left, and he's got so much time to work with, but that grenade forcing him out. He's down to 12 health as well. He's got a triple kill and has to try and do the ace clutch here to win this 5th round for TSM. That is a hell of a lot to ask, and we'll see if he can actually manage it. Right now, he's going to be sneaking around, scoped up, and friberg is to his left at the moment. He's got the Tech 9 out. That grenade could have almost killed him, it seemed like. It was right in front of him. So much time, but as soon as he clicks here, Carrigan, his position is going to be real. They know where he is, looking for it. He takes down 1 more. That's going to be the quad kill, and he's going to make the long trek around. Moses, surely not.
This would be an absolutely disgusting 1-on-2 to win for Carrigan, and an ace, no less, if he gets this last one onto friberg. And friberg's got to be so scared because all of a sudden with Carrigan relocating, he has no idea where this is going to come from. He's got a massive health advantage, but it's the AWP, so that really doesn't matter.
20 seconds left. This does not seem possible. 1 versus 3, and looking for an ace clutch. Did he not see friberg walking past? Carrigan going to go and hold down the bomb. I swear he was at the back lines there. Carrigan, he knows where he is. He's already got the cockle. friberg, is he going to be crouching in? It just might be. It is the clutch ace, and friberg, he's going down. Carrigan picks last round. What a performance.
What a play from Kerrigan throughout that entire round. Outsmarts everyone on NiP, gets all the kills.
That might just be one of the legendary clutches of this tournament. That's very, very, very hard to pull off.
That was beautiful. And just that 2-on-1 was played so perfectly for a long time by Get Right and Freiburg. In those positions, it was a great crossfire setup, and Get Right, he gets just lured out. They know exactly where he is. And that small peak, that small shoulder peak to maybe try and grab some intel, he just gets picked off. Kerrigan too swift.
From our point of view, the path that he might have taken sort of was laid out, but Kerrigan is playing blind at that point in time. It's so hard to make the right call, so it may seem trivial. It may seem like, you know, sure, he would end up in that position, but at any other given point, he could have thought Freiburg was in connector instead, or still over at the B bomb side, and maybe had rotated back there. There's 100 different scenarios, so you got to choose just the right one. So 10-5. That one round is huge for TSM. That might be the ticket back into the game, but they still got to win this pistol round.
Yeah, they absolutely do. That would be NiP wins their CT pistol round that time, and if they win both of these pistol rounds, they're going to be in great position if they can manage to close out. But we saw TSM very scary on those second and third rounds, and just these individual plays. Is Freiburg going to be able to keep up this pace through the second half? Is what I want to know. He's 16-7. We haven't seen this kind of an effort out of him in a long time.
And more interestingly, if Freiburg doesn't, are we going to see Get Right and Forest, who are right now at the bottom of the scoreboard, which is a little bit unusual? Are they going to take over on the T side? That might well be a thing. 10-5 being the scoreline here. We're waiting for the second half to get underway. It is the third quarterfinals of the day here at DreamHack, the CSGO Major in Cluj, Napoca. Hope you guys are all having a great time. Do invite your friends to come and watch. If they never watched Counter-Strike before, now is a very good time to get into it. Lots of people are. Second half here, only the first map, so there's still plenty to come. And looking at the buys here, Moses, what do you make of it on the terrorist side for NiP? 3 armors and a couple of utility grenades.
Molotov on Get Right. That's going to be for a post-plant situation on the inner bomb site. He's going to be the one staying back, watching the flank, and he'll eventually follow up. If he's the last one left, he can burn out the bomb.
What we're saying is they don't just want to win, they want to have TSM crying at the end as they realize they can't win the round because the bomb is on fire.
Just staring at the fire and saying, oh no. There's Zip next, he spots them, so he's just going to fall back and throw the smoke off.
What a delightfully cruel idea. Sipnix is going to be in the bomb site. And Device is up here actually with a very long angle. Perfect position for a USPS shot here. Very hard with the Glocks to try and fight at this range. Unless you hit a straight headshot, which is definitely possible here. TSM mostly have armor on the other team, and actually they don't have a diffuse kit. Device gets tagged in the head, but he gets the refrag, or the re-shot here. Forest down to 1 health. There's Dupree getting a kill on Alu. It's a good start for TSM, and another one there. Sipnix taking down Freiburg with that C-set 75. It's a double looking for the triple S. All gonna go Sipnix's way, and it's down to Get Right now. 1 versus 4. What a defense. Didn't even get a chance to reload that C-set, and well, Get Right, he's got the Molotov. The bomb is in the bomb site, but someone forgot to punch in the code, so now it's all on him to try and clutch it.
Yeah, Zipnik says, no tears today, NiP. That CZ just does some work. Cuts through all the armor, the nice headshots, 1 clip, 3 kills for him. What a beautiful pistol round. Saves it for TSM. That was looking a little bit scary once the defender got gooshed up at that top ramp, but Zipnik holds on. And that movement on that bomb train as well was wonderful. He picks all the right angles to peek at.
Yeah, very, very good stuff. He knows the smoke is up there, so that's not his first target, but somehow he still has the intuition and just makes it work. That is very impressive. And I mean, Kerrigan's clutch in the last one, the pistol win in this one, those 2 rounds are huge impact rounds, big swings in favor of TSM. So 10-6, obviously, still leading as NiP, and they go for a lot of smokes.
A lot of smokes. That's got to be an execute towards the outer bomb site. They didn't get a bomb plant in the first round, so getting a bomb plant here is actually critical. If they don't get a bomb plant on the second round at least, going into the first gun round, they're going to be very starved for the utility that they need, you know, to win in the gun rounds.
I'm really curious about what kind of setup they're going to go for. All those smokes, are they going to almost build like a path to the bomb site? Because they've got a lot of people here for it. First ones are for the wall, and see if they can follow up with a little bit more. They're going to try and get into the site here. Still a minute left, and Kerrigan playing very aggressively towards those trains, which he always does. Picks up 1, and a double kill for Dupree with that P90. Get Right taking a bit of an extended fight. Device showing up, and that's going to be shutting it down. And Kerrigan's position in between those 3 trains, He does that every game we've ever seen from TSM.
He's really the point man on that defense on the outer bomb site. Sometimes you'll even see him play behind that first bomb train, and he just makes himself very difficult to clear out of that position. It costs a lot of bodies to really trade him off, because he's going to get a kill there, at least one. And that makes it so much easier for TSM around him, because they can, it gives time for rotation, it gives time for his teammates to find new positions, to figure out, get the intel that they need to really defend that.
Dupree, Quick and Popdog, wondering if you heard them actually running up there. They did make a lot of noise charging past. Device actually does put up the smoke fairly early here. And maybe a bit of a throwaway round here for NiP. They have only one pistol. That's not a Glock. Dupree sneaking up behind them. I was going to say cue the Jaws music, but Sipnix is down there already eating all of them, and it's going to be Alu, the only one left here. Almost a team kill. Tell Dupree. How much restraint do you think it took to not just shoot Device and get it done with?
A lot. That's just good trigger management.
Get out my way.
Right. It's not even as much of a punish anymore, so it wouldn't have been a massive deal, but just trying to see if his teammate can survive just a little bit longer to win out the round.
Yeah, can I reveal a secret? I'd definitely have shown him. I would have just...
You would have done it?
I would have sprayed. I wouldn't even have tried. I would just said...
You're like the guy, you're like in Speed when he's like, shoot the hostage.
Yeah, exactly. Just get out my way. Well, it's an AWP on Cajun, in fact, so not Device, which is notable. And Alu on the other team. Cajun definitely is a player with talents to be the main AWPer on this team, but for a while they've been choosing differently, so I'm wondering what the switch-up is here.
Yeah, that would definitely... He's been playing really well with that AWP lately as well, so that could just be part of it, is just the impact he's been having with that weapon. But with the slow pace that NiP's put on, you can see TSM's got to respect some kind of inner bomb site hit, because they're not peeking, they don't have the intel. And look at Cajun, he holds the angle, but Freiburg spots him and just sprays him away a little bit, does tiny damage through the wall. But that's enough to force Cajun B to be a little bit more passive. And here's Kerrigan, like we said, point man, playing at these trains. Dupree's backing him up at the electric box.
Really, really annoying position, because all the smokes that they're going to throw at NiP, they're going to land behind these two players. So you still have to fight them somehow. If they were behind the smokes, you can go get the bomb down and then worry about the fight later on. But that's not how the setup is for TSM here. 35 seconds, and NiP trying to see if they can get out into that site. Kerrigan waiting behind that smoke, and they're right on the other side, and they actually get a couple of shots through here. Kerrigan now down to 19. Device gonna pick up the first kill, and Kerrigan, he saw the shadow on the wall. He knows where they are, and Alu doesn't get a chance to shoot there. Kerrigan can't pick up the second one. Cajun's there, and now it's gonna be down to a 2 versus 3. 15 seconds for that bomb, and Gerright is on the site. He's gonna get it down. Exist with the kill. Gerright finally falls, and now it's gonna be all up to the Swedish player here. 1 versus 2, and he's got that bomb out in the open. They can't defuse it without him seeing it, but Device just swings in and gets that kill with the headshot there. So 9-10.
Now TSM can actually go salvage the AWP off Alu to get a double off setup, and they are going to do that. So that's going to be a free op on the side of TSM. They're going to have 2 of them, where NiP had to actually invest in that kind of a setup. TSM gets it for free. But you said it perfectly. The smokes go behind him, and there's Kerrigan in that spot. I mean, he's able to be so aggressive. He gets tagged down through the smoke, but there's no one watching for that kind of a lane pushing through that wall, between the wall and the train. And he takes advantage of it, takes out the sniper of NiP, and that, removes so much cover fire that NiP was planning on having. And now look at this investment into this round from NiP. Upgraded pistols, armor as well. They're going for another plant, going for some kills, trying to keep the economy in check on TSM.
And this is where I get a bit worried for NiP here on the T side. How many things do they have in their back pocket they can pull out now that the pressure is really starting to mount? Cajun slipping up a little bit there and getting overwhelmed. Freiburg is on a charge with that Tech 9, and what is it going to take to stop him? Alu has gone down here in return. Device finally coming up with the kill, but Dupree can't see a thing. Are they going to be able to get that bomb plant down? Forrest is there, and Gerright is the one carrying the bomb. It's a triple kill from Freiburg. Is he going to be able to get more? Surely someone's going to put an end to this soon. Sipnix and Device are left, but this round is working out in favor of NiP. Gerright is down. Sipnix trying to see if he can bring it back here, but Assist is going to help out, and now it's all on Device. That double up setup, it's done nothing for them in this round. Instead, Freiburg just completely trucks them and is probably going to be putting NiP at a 2-round lead here.
We were wondering if that pace was going to keep up into the second half, and nice shot from Device there, but Freiburg with those entry kills, that's huge, just massive impacts, and because they didn't invest much, they don't have to worry about losing their weapons. They can just keep pushing forward, trying to take this off out of TSM's hands. They think it's crucial. They're committed to this. Another missed shot from Device. Oh, what a shot coming off the ladder. And he's going to be able to save that into the next round with a beautiful play, an unlikely play.
Yeah, that was a rarity. That's not every day that we see that. At 11-9 is going to be the scoreline. Freiburg at 19 kills. I mean, if there was ever a point to sort of peak performance-wise, considering the last couple of months for Freiburg, that'd be a pretty good time to do it. That's a really dirty shot.
I'm sure NiP would take the lows of Freiburg if he's able to peak here and just help them win this series.
You mean it's sort of like an all is forgiven kind of thing, you know?
Maybe not forgiven, but they'll take the major over anything.
Yeah, I think that's definitely true. Well, Sip is going to be falling back here, and you can tell how low TSM are. They've actually gone for a force-up here. They saved the AWP, obviously, but the rest of the equipment is not exactly overwhelming for them.
Yeah, that's going to make this very tough. And there's Cajun B again. Last round, Freiburg just has his number right now. Last time he got caught deciding whether he wanted to fall back and stick around and fight, Freiburg was able to overwhelm him with the Tech 9. This time, it's just a clean shot. Executes him long-range style.
I need to find out what kind of vitamins Freiburg's been taking, because this is off the charts. He's carrying NiP right now. Kerrigan hiding close to the main entrance to the courtyard here, but Forest sees it coming, drops him. They know he's always going to be out there close, either there or behind the train. Dupree's going to be taking down Get Right in return, and a second kill from Dupree, but that's going to put an end to it. Forest will pick him up, and now it's down to Sip and Device. 2 versus 3. 30 seconds as they make their way towards the site here. Can they actually get that bomb plant down, or is Cygnus going to be able to stop it somehow? They are right across from each other, and Device coming up from behind, drops Exist. The bomb is down, but a double spray from Device, and it's Forest now. 1 versus True, trying to see if he can stop this diffuse here. He's only got the AWP. They're going to put a Molotov in, but no, it's not even going to get cancelled. They walk out, they line up. Forest gets the 1 kill. Device, he knows where he is, but how is he going to stop him? He walks in again. Forest, he gets the quad kill, and that's going to be NiP now. 12 rounds. What a clutch, and what a round from Forest.
All of NiP right now seems like they're time traveling back to a time when they were just unstoppable and everything was going their way. And it starts with Freiburg at the top, but Forest that round, beautiful opting. You mentioned it. Alu may be the main opper for NiP, but Forest is no slouch, and these were beautiful kills from him. And even Dupree trying to do some work, but he can't handle everything.
Wasn't it Back to the Future Day just like a week ago or something? Is there a pattern here? Is the actual time traveling in place? 12-9, and NiP 4 rounds away from taking away the map. TSM did choose here on Train. This is definitely not an interesting quarterfinals here. Harrigan will get a shot home, but it's just pistols, no armor here. So the most that TSM could do is probably get some rifles away. And good job here from Cajun, actually. Exist did get a triple, but still well worth it for them to get a couple of rifles away from the terrorist side.
You know, Richard on the desk called this the team that was in a downward spiral, but this doesn't look like an NiP in that kind of form whatsoever. We've seen them recently have a pretty good swing up from what they had, you know, right around Dubai. They started peaking again. They started coming up and showed some good results, and that was mostly the Gems just playing free again. This looks like a more structured NiP, and they're playing so much better.
Honestly, those results around Dubai, I attributed it to sort of like a, dying energy almost, like the last of the NiP magic being released all at once before they explode. And I mean, they've actually been keeping it going for a while. I'm not sure what all of this is about, but 13-9. I definitely took them for gone. I thought this wasn't going to be going on forever.
I think they took themselves for gone around that time, and now they've just found something new here. And this is scary, 13-9, and look at this buy. It's at that situation. Device, once again, no armor on the AWP, 1 FAMAS, but minute and 10 left in the round, and there's only 2 smokes left to work with. TSM's got to be very, very frugal, and there's a good start. That's a beautiful nade. Freiburg could get right down to around 50 HP each. That's a touchdown.
See if Cajun can do better holding Ivy here with the rifle than he can with the sniper rifle, because he's not been doing a very good job with the AWP. Freiburg has been besting him a number of times, even if not killing him, just forcing him back.
You can actually see that TSM respects that. That Ivy has been really taken advantage of by NiP, so now they swing Dupree over to play right behind that last bomb train out in the yard. He'll be there to support Cajun if they put any pressure on it.
And well, the bomb is still dropped somewhere back here. About 30 seconds left. 1 Molotov goes up. That's directly countering Kerrigan there, and he's going to have to move out, even though the Molotov didn't actually work that well. Still just moving a bit out of position, trying to see if he can catch anyone up on this train. Cajun takes 1. Nice shot from Kerrigan. Spots Exist as well, and he's going to actually lose that battle. It's obviously Freiburg coming in to try and see if he can clutch it one more time here for NiP. It's 3 versus 4 right now, and Exist is going to be going down. Dupree charging through, no chance at all. Dupree cleaning up with a double kill in the last 6 seconds as well. And big round once again for TSM, but NiP, they have the money to buy, I think. Letting up the pressure now would be dangerous.
It would be. You want to stop that, especially because winning now is going to reset the money bonus for TSM. It'll put NiP up at 14, and even if there's another buy in the next round, they won't have a lot of money moving forward. But look at this, TSM back again at the double up setup. Very expensive for this late in the half. Hasn't always worked out for him, especially Cajun B over at Ivy. And Freiberg's going to go right back there, feeling very confident. He's ready to take that duel again.
Well, double AWP versus no AWP on NiP. See how that's going to work out. Freiberg almost just got himself killed walking in there. He has no head armor either, so if one of those shots has been a headshot from Dupree, that would have been it. But Carrigan gets double peeked and assist. He's not going to slow down. He takes out Cajun as well, and that's a perfect opening. Device going to miss the shot on the bomb carrier crossing in. That would have bought so much time. Now Dupree's going to be charging him. Gets one spray, but he can't finish off Forest. He's in that corner still. There's Dupree with a double, and now that brings it back into a 3 versus 3. Assist also taking out Alu, and a AWP being stolen here by Dupree as well. That bomb is ticking, but they don't have a lot of utility on the terrorist side. They need to get in here and defend this bomb. Otherwise, they might just sit on it. Freiberg and GetRight doing great job taking one each. And Freiberg, he picks it up. Another double kill, and it's going to be 14 rounds for NiP. And Freiberg now capping out at 23 kills.
That's brutal for TSM. Immediately reset. They're going to have to buy up what they can here. They don't want to give up 15 rounds this early on. They have a long way to go, even if it's CT side. That had to have been, these kills from Exist were great, but that had to have been a miscommunication. He just strolled out ladder room and across the entire map. He didn't get pressured at all. He was free to do whatever he wants, and Carrigan wasn't prepared for it.
And Device missing that shot on the guy who's going to plant the bombs, also a really big deal. That could have been a bit of a break for TSM where they could restructure the defense and get everyone rotated in. So just a couple of slip-ups, and that's all it took for NiP to now be in a very strong position here. Bit of an aggressive play. 3 people on B and only 2 on A. If NiP knew, it'd be easy for them to pick up this round and just charge into that bomb site. They are rotating a guy back, and they're still playing fairly close to the stairwell over by the B hallways. See if NiP are going to be able to figure it out once again, or if TSM is going to get this flank in. They are sort of waiting with Device here. I'm wondering if he's going to move in. It's going to be Carrigan to open up, and getting one shot on Forest there. It's not a bad start.
Brought Exist down very low as well, and they're dealing a lot of damage. You can see Device is taking this opportunity to start pushing up. He's going to be able to get a quick flank. Meanwhile, Cajun B and Carrigan and Zipnix go down in quick succession. So this flank is critical to come in, but there goes Dupree, and all of a sudden, there's not much left for Device to do, even though he gets that kill.
Yeah, it was even a sort of very cinematic style. He came jumping off the ladder and got the shot home, but there's no chance to get out here. GetRight's going to shut him down. Freiberg picking up a triple in the round, and it will be 15-10. The 26th round is rolling in. We're going to need to see 5 straight rounds here from TSM. By far and away the favorite team in this matchup to get to overtime. Otherwise, it's not going to be working out. I mean, that flank could have saved them, but the whole of the A-bombs I was dead by the time Device got there.
Right, he just needed a couple more seconds, especially because with all the damage that NiP had taken, they were going to have to take that as a team. They couldn't afford a body to just sit and watch that ladder flank, but because they got all those kills, that allowed Exist to turn around, and even though he falls, he has the intel. Everyone else is far away by then. So once again, trying to get a little bit sneaky behind the smoke. This is going to be a tough buy to start a comeback with.
Oh, good start from Carrigan. Does trade, but still it's not bad. He just had a pistol. A lot of damage being put into Exist as well, but Forest is there, picking up Dupree. 3 kills left from winning the first map here. Forest making sure no mistakes are going to be happening here. They don't want to get flanked, and I like that. They've got so much time. Why would they hurry? Freiberg is outside. He's going to take down one, looking for a bit more, and Cajun will finally shut him down with a deagle there, but they don't have a lot of health combined between them here. In long-range spray, what GetRight is an absolute expert at. And Xipnix, he's going to be the last man here. 1 versus 3. It's only the first map, but damn, NiP have been playing well. In that C connector, Xipnix is hiding, and GetRight, he spots him, and, well, he's trapped. There's no way out. Xipnix, the grave, is the only piece he's going to get right here. Walking into GetRight's shot. NiP taking train 16-10.
What a statement from NiP on this